Semester 1 Study Guide, Sheet 3. Starting off with question number 48. Number 48 says, if there is a contour line interval of 10 meters, what is relief between X and Y? So we're using the previous page map. Here's X, here's Y, and we go 1, 2, 3 steps to go from one to the other. It says here that each step, each interval is 10. So 3 steps times 10 is going to be 30. The relief is 30. Number 39, what is the distance in kilometers between X and Y? So once again, I have to copy down the scale. So I take a scratch piece of paper. There's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I use this. And it looks like X is lined up with the 0, 1, 2, 3. It's 3 tick marks, 3 kilometers. The distance between X and Y is 3 kilometers. Number 50, what's the gradient? The gradient, or the slope, is going to be the relief on top, which we said was 30. The distance, horizontal distance on the bottom, which is 3, and we divide that and we get 10. The gradient is going to be 10, otherwise known as the slope. Number 51, define mineral. A mineral is an inorganic, naturally occurring solid with a crystal structure. An inorganic, naturally occurring solid with a crystal structure. That's a mineral, number 51. An inorganic, naturally occurring solid with a crystal structure. Remember that a crystal structure means that it has a repeating pattern of atoms. It oftentimes looks like a checkerboard. Sometimes it has a much more complicated shape. Streak. That is the color of powdered mineral made by rubbing on a white or black tile. The color of a powdered mineral made by rubbing on a white or black tile. Number 53, define density. Density is how close together the matter is. How close together the matter is. And the formula for that is mass divided by volume. Mass divided by volume. So you're going to have units like grams per milliliter or kilogram per liter. You could have gram per cubic centimeter. Number 54. How do you measure the hardness of a material? You try to scratch it with various materials. Try to scratch it with various materials. The hardness then is going to be between the two materials that are known that you can and cannot scratch it with. So if you can scratch a mineral with a penny that has a hardness of 3.5, but you cannot scratch it with your fingernail that has a hardness of 2.5, then the mineral is going to have a hardness somewhere between the 2.5 and 3.5. Number 55, define luster. Luster is how a mineral reflects light. The options are metallic or non-metallic. A metallic luster looks like it's made out of a melted aluminum can, or a metallic luster could also look like it has tiny specks of shiny silver or gold, like it has glitter in it. There are various kinds of non-metallic lusters, but we didn't really study those in class very much. You're not responsible for them. You just need to know whether it's metallic or non-metallic. But just out of curiosity, though, you could have a waxy look, a pearly look, a dull look. All of those would be considered non-metallic. Number 56, how is magma different than lava? Magma is underground, lava is above ground. Number 57, how are igneous rocks formed? That's when magma or lava cools. When magma or lava cools. Number 58, how are igneous rocks changed into sedimentary rocks? It's 2 steps. The first step is that you have to break it into sediments. And the second step is the sediments are then compressed and cemented. The sediments are compressed and cemented. Number 59, how are igneous rocks changed into metamorphic rocks? They are put under extreme heat and pressure, but not melted. Put under extreme heat and pressure, but not melted. Number 60, how are sedimentary rocks formed? Sediments are compacted and cemented. Remember that compacted means that they are pressed together. Cemented means that they are glued together by some kind of naturally occurring chemicals in the area. But your answer for number 60 is sediments are compacted and cemented. Next page, number 61. How are sedimentary rocks changed into igneous rocks? They are melted and then cooled. They are melted and then cooled. Number 62. How are sedimentary rocks changed into metamorphic rocks? Put under extreme heat and pressure, but not melted. Put under extreme heat and pressure, but not melted. Number 63. How are metamorphic rocks formed? Any rock is put under extreme heat and pressure, but not melted. Any rock is put under extreme heat and pressure, but not melted. Number 64. How are metamorphic rocks changed into sedimentary rocks? 2 steps. The first step is broken down into sediments. Break down into sediments. That's done by the process of weathering, which could be done by wind and water and ice and blowing sand and bouncing rocks and all sorts of different things. But you just write down broken down into sediments. The second step is that the sediments are compacted and cemented. Compacted and cemented. Number 65. How are metamorphic rocks changed into igneous rocks? They are melted and then cooled. Melted and then cooled. Number 66. Define mechanical weathering. That's breaking rocks into pieces by wind, rain, water, sand, and rocks. Broken into pieces by wind, rain, water, sand, and rocks. Number 67. Define chemical weathering. That's breaking rocks into pieces by chemical reactions. Breaking rocks into pieces by chemical reactions. That was number 67. Number 68. Describe the layers of Earth's geosphere. The inner core is solid iron. Inner core is solid iron. And the outer core is liquid iron and nickel. The outer core is liquid iron and nickel. The mantle is like Play-Doh. The mantle is like Play-Doh. It's a solid but still flexible. Solid but flexible. And the crust is a brittle solid. The crust is a brittle solid. And that's actually where the semester exam will stop. The semester exam will not cover any of the other material in the plate tectonics section. But I will continue on the next video, and if you continue to copy the notes here for plate tectonics, I will still replace any of your homework assignments with your work here on this review guide.